Hey everyone, Kane here, and welcome to another video of Art of Conquest. In this one, we're gonna talk about dual towers. So, I kind of overslept a little bit, so I didn't really manage to do any fights, and unfortunately, I am going to go out. So, we're gonna finish this dual tower around this sort of points. I was one win away. Well, no, I was a couple of times one win away. A lot easier times when I had used my spiders, but tried warlocks and screwed myself over. At the same time, I tried streaming. And my god, streaming. Well, I did a mistake at the very beginning. I overraised my bitrate to something that was like 5 times the required amount, so the stream was incredibly laggy. Then I went down, I fixed it, and I kind of realized that I can actually stream this game without much issue. However, another issue appeared, and that was internet connection. So, the first fight that I had, it ended up as a draw. Well, not a draw. Well, yeah, a draw. But I was not able to cast abilities. I think even we can try, as this fight is literally like, I don't know, incredibly laggy. Like, for example, the warlocks were tagged. I just barely managed to cast abilities like 3 or 4 seconds into the battle. I'm not casting Avril. I'm not casting anything from the backline. I just managed to do Rufia, and I think my dragon is going to die in a second after. Like, no abilities are being cast. That is how friggin' laggy that stuff was. So during this fight, I decided not to cast anything, look into the issue, fix the bitrates, and then the fight started to be a little bit better. So one of the fights I'm going to talk about is this one. I likely could have won pretty easily if I actually casted skills from the beginning. Now let's explain what happens inside of the fights. So, I'm facing a stall side, he's also facing a stall side. Let's check when I start casting abilities. Now that's of course my own issue. 5 seconds in, casting nothing. 7 seconds in, I did manage to do 1 lantern, and I was still, I think, lagging. So 3 seconds after the lantern, 4 seconds. 5 seconds after the first lantern, I cast another, and I think at this point I start casting abilities properly. So that's when it stopped lagging. Now, do you see how much damage they're taking? This is just the base damage. I'm not even casting Avril yet to do damage. Now, if they're taking so much damage, at this point, I'm actually, or should start literally clearing this entire side. So if I started at the very beginning, there would be nothing left in this stall side at all, in comparison to my own stall side. Now there is another thing. Regardless of me clearing it like this, I'm going to be stuck on Balrog, simply because he had casted like 20 abilities, he broke shields, he broke some invincibilities on my stalkers, and he kept killing a couple of them at a time. As you can see, they're now slowly starting to fall to invincibility, and the Balrog will be healed constantly. He has high research, he has plenty of breakthroughs, and I believe I did have like Sacred Shield potential on Tiadrin, and I didn't notice after I decided to test it, I think the day prior. So I didn't really remove any resistances in terms of the gladiators. And because he started killing that stuff, his Balrog pretty much solo tanked a decent portion of my DPS. Now, if I started at the beginning, I would have cleared this side and I would have healed my own stall side. So literally no stalkers would have actually went into invincibility, maybe 1 or 2, but that wouldn't really be enough to keep the Balrog alive. Now, as you can see, the Balrog is pretty much top every like couple of seconds since he's killing a stalker or so all the time. So pretty much that's how the fight ended. A pretty awful beginning from myself, but I mean, kind of look forward to a rematch where, I don't have a pretty bad or ridiculous internet connection. The past few days, it's like it has been awful. Like I couldn't even play the Albion online. Every 10 seconds, a disconnection. Dietz doesn't want to fight me. I think it was like third or fourth time he places one hero. I don't know why. Then I had another fight. I think this was off stream. Yeah, I think this was the last fight that I had, and this was already off stream. So I did a fight, and the person had one stalker. This actually tilted me. Then I drawn out this. Probably I would have lost because I lost the dragon if the fight lasted a bit longer. Then another draw against a human. Probably I would have lost. Yeah, I think it was burst versus burst, and he killed quite a few of my heroes. Then I finally caught a human, and the human, or not a human, but rather a stall side, I think. Yeah, I was burst versus stall, and a human one, and I actually managed to break it pretty easily. So the next couple of fights are of the people that I kind of faced often. So for example, Dave and Drago, I think I faced him 4 times so far, maybe 3 times. And not most, I think all of those fights I lost. One of those fights I managed to do, I think 20-30% damage. So in this particular one, we're not able to break each other's stall sides. And that is actually pretty crazy. I mean, I am using tier 21 stalkers, so they're a bit tankier, but making a decent progression towards, losing to someone and, stalling them out is actually a win in my book. Because that means I'm actually growing. So I still need to, or I still can add at the very least like 4 or so heroes, but I still lack a little bit of experience. I don't want to put like level 50 heroes or whatever. I did level a couple of heroes just earlier today, so I think I need experience for 1 or 2, and probably I will do 4 frontline and just add a couple more heroes or so. I did swap a little bit of stuff after the last queue of Duel Tower as well, so even my formation will change once more. I look at the fights, I look at what happened in majority of them, if I can pass them. I look for ways where I can beat them or make even my stall side tankier depending on a ton of things. So aside from that, as you can see, a couple of heroes fell from his stall side. I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heroes. And on my side, I think I lost Rose. Yeah, Rose is here. And I don't see anything else. I think these few heroes will die pretty quick. But yeah, stall sides are pretty friggin' tanky. If you don't properly manage your stuff, unable to really pass them easily. He gave a thumbs up, I gave a thumbs up, and now he's gonna take care of the Alana. And yeah, how much stuff did we lose? Let's just double check once more. I lost a little bit of stalkers. I lost, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heroes. Well, 7 if you count the clone. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pretty much similar, and I did manage to kill 1 tree. That's crazy. Well, I mean, if the fight lasted like 10 minutes, probably I could have had a chance to win. But I mean, 10 minutes for a fight, come on. And the last fight I had, probably I would have lost, but it was a percent chance I could have actually also pulled it off. So we started stall side versus stall side. Both of us use green dragons. Abilities are being started from the beginning. The thing what happened in here was friggin' Balrog walked out of plenty of CCs and healing reductions and all that stuff, and you know, it kind of tilted me, but what can you do really? So the stall sides are starting to take a ton of damage. He's doing a decent amount to my own stall side, doing a decent amount to his. I'm pretty certain I will start killing some of these heroes now as well. He's also focusing my heroes as well. And yeah, so I killed one. Think I killed a second here. A couple more fell. The stall side is slowly breaking. And I think I'm gonna tag like Balrog sometime soon as well. He killed pretty much a similar amount of heroes as I did. His stall side is close to falling, so I decided to tag Balrog to make sure the Balrog dies. But the dragon's done, and friggin' that Balrog moonwalked out of all of the friggin' debuffs that I had. Literally fucking moonwalked. For some odd reason, so I had to recast plenty of stuff, literally on just one hero. And I mean, it just friggin' tilted me, bro. Like, how can you move from that with frontline in front of Balrog, and he literally just friggin' moonwalks to the backline? Like, what? Under a stun as well. So he tagged my Balrog. He did manage to kill it. Eventually, like 10, 15-ish, 16 seconds left, I will probably kill his Balrog, and he is starting or will start to pincer me, as well as I would do the same. At least I still would have more stalkers than him, I think. So after the Balrog dies, it would be probably like a 60-40% chance for me to win. Maybe a 70-30, depending how quick I would break the burst. Oh no, it was 5 seconds before. But he wasn't doing that much damage to my other stalkers. So in the end, it would have been pretty much a race, because he used all of his abilities, or majority of his abilities, to break a couple of my stall side stalkers, and that's it. So in any case, the fight probably would have lasted, instead of 4 minutes, maybe like 7-ish, 8 minutes, if you could actually extend it. So I mean, they do have to do something to fix the point economy, because if we're gonna have like so many draws like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 draws out of 6 fights, then another 2 draws. So probably this fight would have been a draw as well. So essentially 8 draws in 9 fights. I'm not really sure if this would have been a draw. I mean, it really depends on which side, perhaps. Abilities cast, perhaps. But, I mean, likely would have ended as a draw, because even he did reach some pretty decent numbers. So, I mean, they do have to fix the point economy. Like, freaking draws are really, really annoying. But aside from that, again, I friggin' goofed. I mean, these spiders are actually good. The thing is, I did not make them do a ton of damage, but what's good about them is the broodlings, or the spiderlings, being summoned, and then you have this friggin' cosmic thing. One moment, the resonance, reducing the magic resistance by 40%, where they're aiming at, And then the spiderlings are proccing Rose's ability, which is also pretty friggin' sweet. So, and that ability is, god damn it, where is it? This one, the Venom Explosion. Pretty much like this thing solely on its own, and like the spiders just proccing this one on literally half of the field, and a lot and constantly, is actually what kind of made me reach close to 4,400 like 5 or 6 days prior to dual tower finishing. So I'll probably try to work on my Covenant to attack speed, to magic damage, to maybe majority attack speed crit damage, just so that I can use my spiders, and of course try to make a formation with spiders for next dual tower. And not swap out to Warlock's back again like some dum-dum. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Likely I will start streaming from next dual tower sessions, like the next week or whatever, and see pretty much what happens or what I'm able to do. Anyways, yeah, hopefully you look forward to that. And of course, I will use voice. That was just only a test in terms of quality. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, do hit that subscribe button. It would help me out a lot. As well as if you would wish to support me more than just watching my videos, I have made a Patreon page where you would be able to do just that. In return, I would be able to help you out more individually in terms of events, PvP formations, and stuff like that. As well as I would like to thank all of my patrons for the support. I really appreciate it for your subscriptions. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Take care and stay safe out there.